Hello, everybody, and welcome to our final spoiler roundup for the last batch of spoilers for the Scarlet Keys. Why don't we dive in and get this one going? Starting with none other than the Doctor himself, Vincent Lee. 3/4/3/1, 9/6 for his soak. After one of your cards as a reaction, after one of your card effects heals damage from an investigator or an investigator's ally asset, add one of your set-aside On the Mend skills to that investigator's hand. On the Mend is an unexpected courage that basically once it's gone from your hand for any reason, it just goes back into Vincent Lee's out-of-play area. Elder Sign is +1. You may heal 1 damage from an investigator or ally asset at your location. His deck building is very Carolyn-y. Seeker 0/3, Neutral 0/5, Heal Damage 0/5, up to 15 other Guardian and or Survivor cards 0/1. And he has Bonesaw for his signature. It's a 3-cost asset. Fight, you get +2 fists for this attack. If this attack is successful, you may take 1 damage to deal +1 damage for this attack. As an action, you can heal 5 damage for an investigator location, then test book 4. I can see Bryn's already laughing. If you fail, that investigator suffers 1 physical trauma, max once per game. His signature weakness is Wounded Bystander. It has 5 damage on it. When it comes into play, it has 3 damage placed on it. It cannot leave play while it has damage on it, unless it is defeated. If there's no damage on it, discard it. When you take non-direct damage, at least one of it must be assigned to Wounded Bystander because you pulled them in the way of it. You're like, protect me! And then if he's defeated, you suffer 1 mental trauma. Doctor. So basically, you're just trying to heal all the damage away from the guy. And then if you do that, you're like, he's good. Travis.
I think Vincent's really cool.
I think he's really cool too. I think he's
I think he's probably gonna be the best guy I play the most from his expansion.
I can see that because he's he's Carolyn, right? But he also he has the same kind of thing where he's gonna be able to flex into clooving but also fighting.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And he's got real cool deck building. Mm-hmm. I like the On the Mend thing. Healing damage is neat. Mm-hmm. That could be fun. What
I like about On the Mend is because this he could have been just Carolyn again, right? Mm-hmm. But I like that it's effectively a draw a card in a way, and that card is just a reusable thing, and they're going to want to use it, pass a test, and then you can just heal them again.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Brian? What do you think?
I just really enjoy the visual of fighting with the bone saw, and you're just like, hold still, I'm going to cut your leg off. And they're like, why? It doesn't seem like a particularly effective weapon. Mm-hmm. But
that's why you have to hurt yourself to deal damage with it. Good.
This is one thought I had. I feel like I could be completely wrong, but I do think that when you get the bone saw out, your goal is to get 1 trauma on each other investigator as early as possible, so you can On the Mend as soon as early as turn 1.
So then you can make investigators.
I'm gonna cut your arm off for fun.
Yeah, I really feel like it. I just feel like that's probably the best way of taking advantage of Vincent's ability.
Yeah, no, that seems really good.
You show up and you're playing with a Calvin, and you're just like, let's see if we can't kill you.
Hey, Calvin, you want some trauma?
Let's go.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. We should do a run where you play Carolyn or Vincent, I play the other one, and Bryn plays Calvin, and he tries to kill himself, and we try to keep him alive. And we see who wins first.
We'll have to ban some cards for that, but
yeah.
It's not really fair if he can just play See You in Hell every Revolution's I'm out.
Shit.
Oh man, it's a shame there's no enemies here. Anyway. But I'll go play with the cat for a while.
Yeah.
I think Vincent's sick, and I'm excited to see decks with him. Keep this going. We got Friends in Low Places, 0-cost event. It's a favor. When you purchase Friends in Low Places, choose and record a trait on this upgrade sheet. Look at the top 6 cards of your deck. For each look at the card with the chosen trait, you may spend 1 resource, add that card to your hand, shelf the remaining cards into your deck. So basically on the basic version, it's a very focused rogue, no stone unturned. So it's a no stone unturned with just a bunch of rules that you need to follow. Chose that has upgrades for helpful. When you play it, you may choose another investigator location to resolve its effects. It's versatile. It's choose another trait. When you play Friends in Low Places, you may choose one of the looked at cards with both chosen traits to add to your hand without spending 1 resource. Bolstering is each card added to your hand by Friends in Low Places gains a wild icon until the end of the phase. Clever, instead of shuffling the remaining cards in your deck, you may place each of the top of them in your deck in any order, Brandon.
Oh man, they don't let us do this.
Yeah,
that's weird, yeah.
Prompt, Friends in Low Places gains fast and play during any lightning bolt window. Experienced, increase the number of cards looked at by 3. Swift, you may play any 1 of the cards added to your hand, paying its cost.
You can play this in Safina and just make your teammates live through you playing Sensei's Divining Top over and over again, Bryn.
That's cool.
They're about to do something. You're like, just a second. I like to play friend. I'll play.
Friends in Low Places.
Oh man, so like,
I'll paint friends in low places so I can look at the top 6 cards of your deck and put them back into yours.
let's just put their doomed on top.
Experience.
Like,
I can look at the top 9 cards of my deck, and then I need to figure out the exact order that I want them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you play him, you can choose another investigator and then just stack their deck. 9 cards. That's funny. Just 4 experience? Easy.
Just really
I mean,
your
like-
guardian. The other weapon, I'll help you out. Put it on the bottom of the 9 cards, and then by the time you're like, sorry, dude, there's none there.
Yeah.
And by the time they get there, they'll have forgotten about it.
Yeah. Or just like be like, yeah, or like do it and be like, you can prepare for the worst. And then they just like,
Whiff.
yeah, just I figured you probably wanted to shuffle this away.
yeah. Yeah.
No, I do like this card. I think this enables a lot of green decks that otherwise struggle to work.
Yeah. I think this is also the first card that we can use to tutor rituals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also use it to tutor talents so you can find
Yeah.
sharpshooting.
Yeah, actually, that is
Hell
kind of
yeah.
huge. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Rudy Tooty, point and shooty, Safina. Let's go.
Because
This
like
card's neat.
it does feel like because this is kind of like what green was like. Green will love this effect, and it also still feels very green because you still have to pay for it. Right, it costs 0 to do, but you have to pay 1 resource to resolve the thing.
Yeah,
it's
you're playing
nicely
Trish
drawn.
and you're like, I forget why I'm allowed to play this card, but it's one of the things.
Yeah, yeah. One of my
Playing
friends.
Monterey Jack, like, why does this card take up one of my slots?
Until it doesn't.
Yeah, but then you gotta pay to put new cards in your deck.
No. No, you don't.
Sorry, yeah, you're right. You don't have to, but if you want to use that slot, you do.
Yeah, you just play versatile. Pay your experience like a good boy.
I'm a good boy. Let's keep this going before I keep talking about me being a good boy. We got at a Crossroads. This is a 1 experience dilemma insight event. Max 2 dilemma per round. That's the only time I'm going to say this. When you draw a dilemma, you resolve the revelation. The chosen investigator must immediately take an action as if it was their turn. Then that discards 1 card at random from their hand. Like I said, you should choose an investigator, and then they either take an action if it was their turn, then discards a card from their hand, or the chosen investigator loses 1 action during their next turn, then draws 3 cards.
I think this one's good.
Yeah, I think it's good too. I think just like
Yeah.
I'll never be upset about losing an action to draw 3 cards. That's a pretty good rate. And then if I want the action, it just becomes just lose a card from your hand. Yeah.
I do wish the dilemmas all had peril though. I think that would have been a nice touch for them.
Oh yeah. So because only you can.
Yes, you
Choose.
you just make the decision instead of having people squabble over it.
Yeah.
I mean, also, is it really a dilemma if no one's in peril?
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's simple though. It's
It's not really a dilemma if you're like, hey, which one of these do you want? And they're like, this one.
and you're like, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
easy peasy, lemon
Yeah,
squeezy.
no, I just like the idea of using this and choosing Rex Murphy and having him be like, yeah, I'll punt my entire turn to draw cards. He's like, drawing his blue symbol, like, yeah, actually, I think I'll just
I'll draw 3
I'll
cards.
fail.
Take the cards.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'll
good.
take the cards.
yeah, just
I'll take the cards.
every possible
Yeah.
option that he has to trade some part of his
His turn for cards, he does it.
You're
Yeah,
just like, yeah.
let's go.
It's Rex's turn. You're like, hey, we can turn and advance the agenda. You're like, no, I'll play Search for the Truth and draw us 5 cards.
That's
I'm
good.
done.
I got this mushroom syrup.
Hey, okay, all right, yep. Unprepared. This is the survivor weakness. So each class has a specific weakness that can only be for them. Underprepared is a blunder. Ooh, what a blunder. 1 cost event. Play only if underprepared is the only card in your hand. You have exactly 1 resource in your resource pool. While it's in your hand, each card you commit to skill tests is considered to have 1 fewer matching skill icon.
This is a nice weakness.
My favorite, my joke that I made immediately was the deep ones from Oops Get Revenge.
That's pretty good.
I mean, like, if you got 2 bullets, it's cool. You just got to get them to line up.
Yeah. Just
that you
like
can-
curve the bullet
Yeah.
wanted style.
Yeah.
You can probably beat a deep one to death with a little tiny pistol.
Oh yeah, I think I think it's a good design. It really can hurt survivors. It also might not, depending on your survivor build. Like if you're Bob, this is pretty much just like. But
I mean, like, the downside is having to get down to the only card in your hand, but
yeah, I think actually like realistically though, this is gonna be trickier to get rid of than people think it will be, just on the tin. Yeah.
Yeah, though there are, like, as you say, some survivor decks where you're just like, I wasn't going to commit my cards for things anyway.
Yes, yeah.
Like, I had different plans.
Yeah, it's the same thing, like, for Bob, like, who cares if this is
like,
you're
it
not
could be
committing
anything,
it.
but, like, what are you going to do? Throw away a Schaffner's for +0 book?
Yeah, like, whatever.
And, like, it's one of those things that you can actually, like, it's not, like, crippling because you can still commit the stunning blow because it has it while it loses it when it's committed to the test. So you can still commit it, you still get the text on it, you just get -1 fist.
Yeah.
Which makes it, like, reasonable. It just, like, weakens your skills, which I think that's what's very nice about the design.
Even if you randomly pull this, you can also just tech against it with cornered.
Yep. Yeah. Or just, cornered and then, like, even just, like, any sort of, like, composure as well.
Yeah,
just, like, spend your stuff. Yeah.
Dig deep, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a nice weakness, and let's keep it going.
Yeah, it's a good design.
We got Exploit Weakness. 2-cost event. It's a tactic and a trick. Fast. Play before revealing a chaos token during an attack or evasion attempt you're performing, and only if the difficulty of this test is currently 0. This test automatically succeeds. Instead of this test's normal effects, discard the attacked or evaded enemy. If it is elite, automatically evade it and deal it 3 damage instead.
Yeah, that's a neat card.
Yeah, the thing I don't get about this one is why is it Stella on the artwork? Nothing against Stella. It just should be like Daryl Simmons because he's probably the only person who will ever want this.
I mean, the answer is they probably just had Stella art laying around.
Yeah, no, like I understand that.
I just love that this dude is like, he's just like,
Yeah.
dude's fucked. Yeah. Because it is a Daryl card, right? Like it works very
just
well
like,
with
you know,
Daryl. Yeah.
They're telling Daryl that he can't get in to take pictures of this famous person. He's just kicking him in the balls. Like,
Eat that, loser. I am curious. Oh, actually, sorry. I am no longer curious because I do know that there is a leaked investigating one of these, which is pretty good. But we're not going to talk about the leaks here until they're actually officially in the box.
You can play this in Mark Harrigan too. It just probably won't do anything.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. You can play it in... Oh, you always could play it in Arena twice. For 2 reasons. Yeah. We got Eldritch Initiation. This is a 1-cost ritual event. For each arcane slot you have, draw 1 card. For each filled arcane slot you have, choose and discard 1 card from your hand.
This is a nice Mystic card.
I think this has the potential to be like a level 0 Mystic staple for like a long time. Because even if it's draw 5, discard 2, like...
Yeah, but you have to have 5 arcane slots for that.
Oh, it's for each arcane slot you have. No, sorry, my mistake. I thought it was just draw 5. No, I'm an idiot. Take that back.
Yeah. I mean, if it was 1 draw 5 with like possible downside, it doesn't even matter what the downside is.
Yeah.
More 5
No.
cards. It's a lot of cards.
It's a lot of cards.
Yeah, no, sorry. I take back what I just said. I think the card's still good.
You got your sign magic in each hand. You got your stupid little cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you draw 5
Drawing
cards?
5 cards. You could draw 6 if you have a charisma and like 2 cats like you.
No, you can only draw 5.
But like you could think about drawing 6.
You could cheat.
You
You could Harvey
Yeah, like,
Walters could be
what
at
are
your
they gonna do?
location.
What are they gonna do? Send the Arkham police to come take away my copies of Eldritch Inspiration?
I'll come to your house and take away your copies of Eldritch Initiation.
I think this card's going to be nice in Amina because she's obviously built with the no arcane slots in mind, which makes sense because she's in the box, you know?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't play this card in your Diana Stanley deck, then you have committed a Flavor Foul. And
Yeah.
That's pretty solid for her.
Yeah, definitely.
but also you have to play it like in the early game because you're a reformed cultist now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't join. You can't go join a new cult.
You can.
Well,
I do
you're not
like-
reformed anymore.
You are.
You're just
reformed
relapsing.
to
Yeah.
a new cult.
I do like the someone pointed out there's like Eldritch Inspiration, Eldritch. There's a bunch of cards that have like this text on it. I don't even know them all, but like Eldritch Invocation, you know, we need like Eldritch Inspiration next.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have Eldritch Inspiration.
Do we? Is that this one? I said sorry.
Inspiration is the one with the person who that lets you cancel.
Oh, okay. So it does exist. That is the one that does exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eldritch Invocation doesn't. I don't think.
That's good. We need that one next then.
Yes.
Yes,
It
yeah.
should be a yellow spell.
It should be. Yeah. There should be more yellow cards. I agree.
It should be a good yellow card.
And it should care about hand size, but also draw cards.
And get you clues based on the number of cards you have over your hand size.
We have making preparations. This is another dilemma. Choose 2 skills. Until the end of the phase, each investigator gets +1 for each of the chosen skills and -1 to each other skill.
It's foot bad.
The video that unfortunately I don't know their name, but the channel's name, but they made a fantastic video spoiling this, where they were in Tabletop Simulator, and every card was foot bad. And like every investigator was Patrice, and like the character was like slow, like the narrator like was slowly realizing what was happening as everyone just kept drawing foot bad, and like all their cards in their hand were foot bad, all their assets in their play area changed to foot bad. I'm gonna remember what that is and post it in the description, because it is legitimately like one of the funniest Arkham videos I've seen. It's really good. Yeah, I think the card's fine though. I think the spoiler video will last forever for that one. This one is just,
Yeah, that's a nice card.
I mean, I like that it's got an army guy on it and you can play it in Mark Harrigan.
That is good. Yeah,
yeah.
that does feel nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like this card because I can make my brain good and my book good, and then I can
hurt the other stats. Eat at losers.
Or I can be engaged with an enemy, and I look at the Mystic and the Rogue, I'm just like...
Sorry. Sorry,
I need saving.
I need to also, I also need to get clues, so make it a little bit harder for you, but I gotta get
You're fine.
The book is non-negotiable. It's gonna be a book +1.
Man, you got like a whole table full of people playing these, and the first person, like the lead investigator, draws and they choose, and then the second investigator's just like, nah, back though.
Yeah, that's hilarious. All right, we have done nothing.
Let's go.
All right, we got Nature of the Beast. This is a one experience.
It's so good.
The art's a great representation of the cards. So it's the revelation is reveal the top 3 cards in counter deck. Choose an investigator to draw one of the revealed cards and discard the rest. Then choose an investigator to discover one clue at any revealed location.
Oh, this card's sick.
Yeah, it's a good card. It's very drawn to the flame-esque. It only gets one. It's just because it's 3 cards. So you're gonna choose it, and you also get to discard the other ones. I think it's a very good dilemma.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's just reading a book, and the guy in the background's like, ah.
This is the example of Travis and Bryn in a scenario. Travis is like, I'm just going to grab some clue. Like, this is the perfect
I'm playing
representation.
Norman Withers. I look at the top 3 cards. It's like Rotting Remains and like some other card and an enemy, and I'm just like, give Rotting Remains to Bryn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I will discover a clue.
Yeah. No, it's a great card.
Yeah, this card's gonna be insane if playing the Circle Undone. You need to look at the cards and be like, oh no, the Fate of All Fools.
Yeah.
Or
Or even just like one of the
or
triples.
decide who gets to carry the Fate of All Fools.
Yeah.
Or like Realm of Torment, and you're like, here
where
you
gotta
go,
stack a
High
pile
Brain
of them
guy.
before they do anything. You're just like, oh no, one of them's in the discard pile anyway.
Yeah.
It's the card that kills the stupid dancers.
And I think that this is one thing with dilemmas too is that you like unless you're doing like resourceful discard recursion, you don't really get to choose when they're drawn. And effects like this that are like gonna always be good are like the dilemmas that you want to look for.
Yeah.
Research notes. This card's fucking wild with knowledge is power, which people were complaining about on our Discord. So this is a 1-cost asset, takes up a hand slot. After a player card ability places one or more of your clues on your location, place that many resources on research notes as evidence. Test book 0. For each point you succeed by, you may spend 1 evidence to discover 1 clue at your location.
Ooh, I like this card a lot.
I think this card's really nice because like even though the put clue down archetype like was functional, I think it was missing the piece that was like the payoff to the archetype, like the big thing, and I think this is the piece for that.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that card a lot.
To me,
I play
this
that
card just says like, test book 0, read your notes, and like, what the fuck was past me thinking? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
You put down 3 clues in your location, test book 0. I'll fail, you're like...
Yeah,
that's me with notes anyway.
Sounds about right. No, I'm excited to play with it. It's going to be obviously good in Daryl because, evidence, but also just it's going to be good in any seeker that wants to put clues down on their location. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Breaking and entering too. So it has the text of breaking and entering. If you succeed by 1 or more, you automatically evade the enemy. 3 or more, return it to your hand at the end of your turn.
The dude with the crowbar is
we're looking
definitely not just entering.
No, he's breaking. Yeah.
Yeah, he's using it to smash a window.
That's a vault, I thought.
Yeah, I think it's a vault.
Isn't that a window?
I think there's like a safe.
Yeah, I think it's a
Is that
safe. Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
well,
through the
he's,
window,
like,
shy.
I mean, he's probably hopeless then.
This card, it's like he's breaking. The other person isn't entering. She's leaving.
Yeah. Well, I think
No,
she's
gonna
defending.
break, she's gonna break that lamp. She's
Yeah.
just like, I hate the decor.
yeah,
in
no,
this
that's what it
place."
is. It's breaking and then entering.
Yeah.
We break into your house. You don't even have anything nice.
No. I think this card's gonna like breaking and entering was already a card that anytime
was
Bryn
good.
played,
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
always
this
good.
card's great, and it's just like a billion times better now.
Yeah, this
a good
this
card
card
to
is
have
also
upgrade for.
like
Yeah.
I hesitate to make a joke about how attractive Chuck Fergus has just become,
Mm-hmm.
but like
See back through more.
stupid sexy Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You just run this and you're like, I'll play it for free and fast.
Yeah, and this also just shot Rita. Like Rita got another big
I don't
boost
think
of power.
can she
there.
play this? Can she play tricks that are is it 0 to 3 or level 0 tricks?
It's
think
like
it's-
0 to 3.
Yeah.
She gets like
Yeah, because she can do
Yeah, okay.
the dragon kick that I don't remember the actual name of, sweeping kick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card, like, I mean, the level 0 was already really good.
Yes, yeah.
Um,
But just being able to like potentially do it more and
like
more.
every turn.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dagon's like, what are you doing in my lair? Oh, yeah.
No. No.
Hey,
Look
what
over
are you
there.
doing on?
Oh! All right, we got Soul Sanctification. This is a 3 experience exceptional permanent. For every point of damage under horror, you heal in excess of an investigator's current damage or horror. Place 1 resource on Soul Sanctification as an offering. This still counts as healing. As a lightning bolt spent an offering, you get +2 skill value for this test. Limit twice per test.
Oh, man.
They heard us when we complained that healing doesn't actually win you the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think if you're a dedicated healer,
I mean, like, this does cost 6 XP, which
Yeah.
is, like,
It's pretty hefty.
yeah.
all that you're going to get in dunnage.
I like these jokes are gonna eventually be like, if you could buy a 2 experience card if you can afford it in dunnage. That's what it's eventually gonna
You
come
really
down.
well.
Yeah, it's what it's gonna come down to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the card's like. I think the card's fine. Like
The
it's
the
cool.
Bangle of Jinxes is nuts, and it's not entirely different to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the art of this card a lot.
Yeah.
It's a nice eye.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool card.
The part that I'm looking forward to the most with this is Travis playing a Carolyn Fern deck with this, and like Justin's just bleeding out like horror, and he's like, "I'm gonna heal me."
I'll use my Earthly Serenity. I succeeded by 5, and Justin looks at me, and then I just like tick the die of my
Just,
Soul
like,
Sanctification
one-
up to
yeah,
5.
Yeah.
It's like you're not even using them. You're not even using them.
17.
Yeah, like you're just collecting them. Yeah. Yeah.
Justin, my soul is pure.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll use them to help you on the next one.
Don't worry. Next time I'll use the use to be better at the brain test.
Yeah. All right. Astromere. This card's neat. So this is a 3 cost, 2 experience ritual that takes up the body slot. For each of your arcane slots that are empty, you have 1 additional hand slot. You may take an additional action during your turn, which can only be used to play an asset into one of your hand slots.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. I think it's going to be used obviously more in Splash Mystics, right? Like Daisy's going to love this card. More books. Just books on books on books.
Yep.
And also like additional actions add up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, this also seems pretty solid for decks.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can just be like, I'll just use hand slot items instead. That's fine.
Yeah. Hold all those
Yeah, you
cold
can-
vest pockets.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
can like turn those into spells when you need them.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can even turn this into something else if you want to.
Yeah.
Like a man. So
Yeah.
that you can put him in a box.
And then
Cut it
cut
in
in half, and then bring out another copy of Astral Mirror. Because it's not a trick unless you bring the original back, right? We've seen the opening
Yeah,
of Prestige,
yeah,
probably
right.
not Travis, but we have.
Correct.
Yeah. It's not a trick unless you bring it back. That's a really funny idea for a stupid fucking Jesus. All right. Yeah, no, I think the card's cool. I'm excited to see what people do with it. Embezzled Treasure. It's a 0 cost asset. As a lightning bolt, it's also an item on the list. As a lightning bolt, you can exhaust it, move up to 2 resources from your resource pool to embezzle treasure to a maximum of 10 resources on it. Forced, when you resign or the game ends, for every 2 resources on embezzled treasure, an investigator of your choice begins the next scenario of the campaign with 1 additional resource in their resource pool.
It's a new design.
Yeah. No, this card is like probably pretty hyped for like big money builds.
Yep.
Where you're just like, oh, we're starting to wind down, or maybe I don't need that 28th point of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, like, realistically, money is most commonly not used at the end of the scenario, right? So you can just, like, start doot, 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 get some stuff going. It's a cool card.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can even have 2 of them unless I'm missing something.
No, you can have 2, but the maximum 10 resources counts for both copies.
That is not how the words work.
Yeah, that's not
I
what this
will
card
not
says.
accept that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's not what the card
Yeah.
says.
that's unfortunate.
Yeah. I think that's just
There's
a...
maximum 10 resources on it, not 10
I-
resources on cards named embezzled treasure.
I think that
So-
we can see when we get to Grey's Anatomy. Let's just skip ahead for a few seconds, just on this one.
I can play with this twice today.
Choose a card. The next time the card would be heal this round. I actually don't know. I'm gonna scratch what I said about this. I actually do not know if that reading for what I just said was correct. I
Okay.
do not know. So I'm gonna leave that to YouTube because I do not know if that's the case. Because I know with Grey's Anatomy, it does care if it comes from 2 different copies because it's like that card. But I don't know if that works the same for this. If that makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Martyrs Van Brace. 2 cost, 3 experience. Remnant of the Unknown.
This card's sweet.
Accessory slot. Item, charm, armor, soaks for 2 and 2. You get +1 skill value resolving revelation abilities on encounter cards. After another investigate location draws non-peril encounter card before resolving that card's effect. Exhaust Martyrs Van Brace. You're considered to have drawn that encounter card instead.
It's an accessory slot card that doesn't suck.
Yeah. Great for like the tanky support. Just be like, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine. Like also just like every turn being able to essentially just like even just grab the enemy from your seeker, being like, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, this would have been like kind of cool in Zoe deck that we might have built a while ago, or in the future, or something. It'll be sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Oh, that one's in the far future. Yeah. Yeah. I think the card's cool.
Yeah, neat card.
Disguise. 3 cost asset, talent trick illicit, uses 4 supplies. Spend a supply, evade. You get +2 foot for this evasion attempt. If you succeed and the evaded enemy is non-elite, it does not ready during the
You
Do you
RPG.
always-
believe
your
that
command
that's
card.
Bob Jenkins?
No.
I would.
Because it is.
It
He
is.
does, he does amateur theater in
Yeah.
his spare time.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you don't have high book, this is like...
All red investigators do amateur theater in their
It's
spare
true.
time.
Yeah, it's true.
Even Duke.
Even Duke.
Even Duke.
Wizard of Oz played Toto in a production on at the Rice Theater.
He must do. They must do a lot of amateur theater then.
They do.
They
Yeah.
have a lot of spare time being homeless.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, all survivors have a lot of spare time. Like they're artists.
I mean, like Rita's in school.
Yeah. So she is like
Yeah.
nothing but.
Yeah, but she gets credit for performing in these amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's our
Okay.
credits.
Is
Yeah.
is Patrice like a professional musician?
No.
No, but she plays all the instruments
Yeah.
Well, why is she just a
Boom, boom,
violinist?
boom, boom.
because that's what she's good at. That's what she gets paid to do.
Okay.
The rest of this is like amateur, so like they're doing it for fun.
She also doesn't get paid. She doesn't get resources every turn. She gets cards. Like she's working for exposure.
I guess. Yeah. Okay.
This card's good. It's a good card. Because, like, basically, if you were going to play Slipaway and you, like, your book is 2 or 3, this is probably just going to be better for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you don't need to succeed by 2, it just does it. Yeah.
Yeah. It is also illicit.
It is illicit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of illicit cards. Like, Preston's getting no love this
Yeah,
expansion.
Preston
Preston's
charms
just,
too.
no.
Yeah, also charms, yeah.
You can play dilemmas though, with like such as what do I do with all this money?
Do I save it or oh shit? Dad's fucking lodge debts are coming again. We got Pay Your Due. This is a 10 cost event. It's the rogue weakness. As additional cost to play Pay Your Due, you may spend any number of additional actions to reduce its cost by 5 for each action spent. If it's in your hand at the end of your turn, reveal it and take 1 damage. So you can do 1 action, pay 10, 2 actions, pay 5, 3 actions, pay 0 to get rid of it.
That's a nice weakness.
I'll pump my turn to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, cards.
I mean, like,
that's
what a
nice
rogue-
weakness
I've
design.
punted turns for stupider reasons.
Hey, Russ. I mean, like, I'm not going to be mean and say it, but, like, the only turns that really matter in this game are secret turns.
Why would that be mean?
Because the truth hurts.
So you're telling me that if I have this card,
They're not always
and I've got
secrets,
Lonnie
it's just the
Ritter,
cool guys.
she's just like, nah, you don't have to pay your debts.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to pay your due. That's good.
Yep.
If they come back here and you tell me about it, I'll go beat them with a wrench.
Yeah. You'll be okay. You'll be okay. Let's fix that coat.
Yeah.
Let's fix that coat. Yeah, why pay 10 resources once when you could pay 10 resources over a million turns to never activate your Lonnie again, apart from this card? That's so funny. That's so funny. Yeah. No, but I mean, I think, like, the ability to just, like, know when you want to, like, know what you can pay, know when you can spend the actions, make this a very versatile and very good weakness.
Yeah, you just keep it in your hand. You're like, no, that can never kill me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until it does.
Yeah. And then you die and you say, all right, Travis, Justin, you guys got to finish this without me.
Yeah,
Alright,
you could,
see
like,
you around.
trick one of your Guardian teammate into playing Armor of Ardennis, so you can play You Owe Me One. To mitigate your weakness that you could just
bud.
spend a turn on. Instead, cripple their deck and experience curve. Hi.
All right, last card, Grey's Anatomy, the Doctor's Bible, 3 cost 5 experience. It's an item in a tome, takes the hand slot. Choose a card at your location and test book 1. For each point you succeed by, choose 1. The next time that card would be healed this round, heal +1 damage and horror to a maximum of +3. The next time that card would be dealt damage this round, deal +1 damage to a maximum of +3. You know, now that I, like, going back to the thing we were talking earlier, how, to me, like, I feel like, to me, this reads heal the damage and horror, right? I think the ruling came in the wording it did was because someone in the community pointed out that technically it doesn't work, and then they were like, it works, right? Because to me, that reads as if this card heals damage and horror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's not healing.
No.
I just like the idea of...
They're causing the original card to do the healing.
Yeah.
To do more healing. It's like a modifier.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Vicious Blow doesn't do damage.
Mm-hmm.
Incorrect. That card does damage.
I think this card is
It's nice design.
I think it's the absolute, like, this is what yellow damage should be, right? It should, because it's like perfect. You're not damaging, but you're like enhancing what the damage is, and I think that's really nice. Because, like, it's pretty easy for this like to just fucking, like, hey, here's your weapon. I'm gonna pass by 3, and you're gonna deal +3 damage. Like, that's gonna happen a lot.
It'd be nice if they'd put onto it that you can choose the same option more than once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm just happy that this card doesn't say this turn.
For each point you succeed by, choose 1. So it's like if I succeed by 2, then I can choose the next time that card be healed this round, heal +1 damage or horror, and then for the other one I can choose the next time that card be dealt damage this round, deal +1 damage. Mm-hmm. If I succeed by more than 2, there's no options left to pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know obviously it doesn't work that way, but
Yeah.
like, come on guys.
You know, I think as Bryn just said, it's also not this round. So
Or
if
if
you,
you, sorry, it is this round. It's
Yeah.
just not this turn.
Yeah,
Like
this
most
turn.
yellow.
Oh, this
effects-
turn,
Like
yeah.
most of these kinds
Oh,
of
yeah,
effects
yeah, yeah.
are where they're like this turn.
yeah. But you can use
Do
like
better.
the Mark Harrigan and
But
like
yeah,
you like
this,
Mark.
this one you can just be like, so you see the opening in between the pinion
Yeah.
and its body.
Stab that.
Shoot him there.
You
Yeah.
can be Vincent Lee and you can go around with this and your medical text and you just like read from it, and then you're like, the next time you take damage you're taking +3, and then you check your medical text and you're like, yeah, I just saw here.
Don't worry, we'll get that appendix out. Oh man, this is a kidney? Okay, good thing you don't need both.
Yeah.
Next time that card would be healed this round. Interesting.
Yeah.
You can pick it. You can also heal enemies
Yeah,
if you want.
let's
If there's like
go.
an abomination that heals
Yeah,
at the end of the
let's
round
go.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I like the idea of taking this card and like Jess Hyde.
Yeah.
And you're just like, so the textbook says you're not cursed, and they look at it and they're like, that's a medical textbook. And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it says you're not
Yeah.
cursed.
Science rules.
Yeah. Science says you're not actually cursed. All right, let's go.
This is a neat card though.
Yeah, I think it's a good card. And it's fun because it's very different, and I just think like it's gonna be strong for 5 experience,
Yeah.
but it's not like you look at like Profana and you're like, whoa, whoa, right? I think it's good.
No, this card is also going to be nuts in the griefing run.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just like, oh no, I've succeeded by too many points. No, I'm not going to heal you.
Good boy. Good boy. That's it. That's the end of the spoilers.
So that means it should be out soon, right?
Yeah.
You'd think so.
I think it's the estimated release date is the 30th of this month. Yeah,
That's like an amount of days away.
it is. At the time of recording, 9 days. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's wild.
Smack.
Yeah.
Smack.
So probably then our next run, we're going to play with those investigators.
Oh,
You
man,
lied
I'm
to me. You
gonna-
said you were going to play Patrice.
I did lie to you. Will you forgive me?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to play Patrice.
Okay, good. I'm going to play Daryl.
Each thank you all of our patrons supporting the channel. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you want to see all of the cards, you can find a link down in the description. But also, like, the box is going to be in your hands soon, so you can look at all the cards in there and be like, whoa, the Scarlet Keys, so fun. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.